Hey guys, and welcome to day 5. Today is the plank challenge. So much like the push-up and the wall sit and some of the other challenges, the plank should look familiar, but again, I'm going to walk you through it and explain all the things that I think are important signs of a good plank in terms of the form, and then maybe how to sort of stay in a plank for a little bit longer, because today's challenge is going to test how long you can stay in a plank. And then I think intermediate and advanced, I showed you how to do a side plank and a starfish, which is sort of like the hardest version of the plank. But I will show you how to do the elbow plank, which is the beginner level, side plank, and then, like I said, the starfish really quick. So getting into an elbow plank, I'm going to make sure I'm in the middle. Okay, good. So getting into an elbow plank, it is helpful to have a mirror beside you, but in this case, I don't have a mirror set up beside me, but that's fine if you don't. And either way, I'll explain what to look for. You can kind of look down and feel, as well as just feel your positioning. And then, yeah, so we'll get started. So again, what I would have liked to look to the side to the mirror to see is just that my elbow is going to be right below my shoulder, but you can sort of look down and see that, and then just feel your balance if you're balanced evenly on both sides. So I'm not even in it yet. I'm going to get up and my feet are just going to be shoulder width apart. And now in terms of my posture, I think I explained in, which video was it? It was the first, it was the push-up challenge, I think. It was the first time that I explained having like a neutral spine. So again, just like that challenge, I'm going to feel whether or not my, it's not necessarily a flat back because our spines always have this kind of shape, but just trying to feel if there was a pole sitting on top of me like a broomstick, is it going to line up with my head, my back, and my tailbone? So again, not dipping low like this, and then not being high like this. So trying to feel like you're in that straight line, but we are going to sort of roll our shoulders back, puff our chest out. Another way to look at it is just being nice and tall even though you're laying face down. So just having a strong position rather than having like being concaved in yourself. So yeah, engaging even your back, and then just trying to be nice and even. And then on the lower end, so that's sort of upper body, what we're doing up here, and then on the lower end, we're going to slightly thrust our glutes forward. Mind you, like if you did that, you think, okay, well that's going to put me into that dip, but you still want to be up here, but then engage your glutes, which is going to turn on your core. Again, I think I explained in a previous challenge, that's going to give you full body tension and engage all the muscles that will give you the strength to support yourself to stay up longer, if that's, again, sort of the goal that we're going for today. But yeah, applying that, like being, having everything engaged would, increase the strength of your plank in the sense that maybe you could hold weight on you. So rather than just sort of not feeling anything at all, really having everything engaged is going to keep you up longer and help you hold a stronger plank, I suppose. So anyway, getting into it, I wrote down beginner, we're going to hold this elbow plank for 30 seconds. Yeah, or as long as you can. If you say, I'm going to go for beginner, I'm just going to hold an elbow plank, hold it for as long as you can. So I'll demonstrate a few seconds. So I'm going to get into that position. I feel comfortable. Okay, I'm nice and tall, thrusted forward, and I would start the timer now. And just looking straight down, so I'm not trying to look forward. I'm not even trying to look behind me. And lower yourself when you're done. A side plank, I guess both of the things that I mentioned there, having that neutral spine, and then having your elbow right under your shoulder, still apply when you're in that side plank. I can actually show you how to make that easier or harder if you want. So getting to the side plank again, actually in this case I have a mirror, so I can see that my elbow is going to be right underneath my shoulder. I'm just laying sort of naturally with my feet out. Keeping this is sort of the priority, my anchor. I'm going to lift myself up, and now sort of right away I'm going to get a sense of whether or not I'm dipping, which necessarily isn't, it's not unsafe here, but it's just not like proper form. You could do those like lateral, so it's not like totally unwrong, but for the purposes of holding like sort of a picture perfect plank with nice form. We're gonna want like a neutral spine, again, from the top of the middle of my head down to sort of the even part between my feet, just like your whole spine. Just like that, trying to draw that straight line all the way through. Not like this, not trying to hold your head up, just nice and relaxed, a straight line. Hopefully my line is nice and straight. I will say that if you want to try holding this elbow side plank, because your new elbow, it's a side plank, but you want to make it easier, you can start to not dip, but just lower the area where your foot is slowly, and then your ankle, and then your shin, and then eventually your knee. So you could hold a side plank like this, where the bottom is my knee, and this one is just resting. But you can get there from here by just like slowly lowering your foot and making it easier. If this elbow plank is appealing to you, you want to try it, but you can't hold yourself quite up yet, so you can make it a little easier and then gradually get to holding your body up nice and straight for as long as you want. And then the starfish. So the starfish is, this is an elbow plank. This is a tall plank where you're on your hands. So, and then I just showed you an elbow side plank, because it's a side plank, you're using your elbow, but there is like a tall side plank, which is like this, so that's even harder. Again, really, I'm not in this position often, but I'm trying to imagine my area from my head to my feet is a straight line, and then the starfish, you raise your leg, and then raise your hand. And try and hold that for as long as I said. I think I just said just try a starfish. Try a starfish for advanced. So intermediate is hold that elbow plank that I showed you on your front for a full minute, and then both a side plank on your left and your right for 30 seconds. And then, so I didn't explain the reach through. So really with any of the planks that I showed you, you can not necessarily hold a plank for 30 seconds, like you can do that, but if we're applying reps like bicep curls, 1, 2, 3, like you'd rather count your set in the unit of reps rather than time. You don't really necessarily care about holding it, or you've done that, now you want to try counting a thing. It's just another way of sort of measuring that time or the volume. So I'll show you like how you count these. You can make it dynamic in other ways. So this is like 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. You could also 1, 2, 3, if you want to count your plank in other ways. And yeah, so advanced is hold an elbow plank for 5 minutes using as few sets as you can. So if you can hold it for like a minute and 30 seconds, and then you have to let go and you wait, rest for 10, 20 seconds, whatever you need to, and then get back into it, try and hold it for another minute, or however as long as you can, getting to 5 minutes, and then try the starfish. So yeah, there's I think something a little bit here difficulty wise for everyone. If you want to try the beginner, the elbow plank, intermediate, you've got the side plank as well, and then advanced, you can go into the starfish. So I hope you learned something today about the plank, and I hope you had fun challenging yourself. So again, just like the other videos, if you can the other challenges, if you can take a video of yourself or even just a picture and tag me, post it to the group, that would be great. So thank you for joining me for the plank challenge today, and good luck.